Hey friends, this is the XKGlow Cybertruck Lightbar. I am doing an unboxing video. I have already cut it open because I'm recording with one hand. So as you can see here, this is what comes in the box. Get a pamphlet for the Cybertruck Lightbar, installation instructions. Pretty detailed warranties and how to install it. It's great. We've got all the recommendations for the different apps that we can use here, which is very handy, including the installation instructions and everything else. So very cool. We got the Lightbar mounts. Move this out of the way. All right, here's the mounts for it. Metal. They go on to install on top of the roof rack area. We got all the goodies here for the bolts and things to connect it all up. The wires. Got the XKGlow adapter here, which is nice. It's probably the controller unit. Got the connector piece here. Power. This whole bottom piece is rubber, and it seems to be either glued on or some sort of mount potentially on there. I'm not going to try to pull it off. So that part goes obviously where the windows are. Sorry, I'm trying to grab this with one hand. It is kind of heavy. One second here. All right. I gotta say, I've seen a lot of Lightbar videos. I'm not trying to disrespect for the Cybertrucks and everyone that has those light bars installed, but this one to me looks the best. Now, I would hope that's the case because this guy is a little bit more money than all the other light bars I've seen out there, but this thing is pretty nice. So this whole part on the bottom is all rubber. This is nicely designed here to like look very nice on the top and uniformed from the video, which I'll provide a link for the video of the showing of it. And the top of the piece is like a metal, what is it, plastic? It's like a plastic, hard plastic top there. Anyways, I'm going to be installing this tonight. I'll show you guys a video, so stay tuned. But just thought I'd share because this thing is going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. Don't mind the dirty Cybertruck. So, these bolts that are inside the Cybertruck, they're metric. So you're going to need a metric socket. This is a size 10, okay? Goes right onto there. And you can just take it right off, okay? You have to take these two bolts off to install the XKGlow brackets, which I will show you in the next step. The bolts that are inside here for the light bar or the racks, these bolts right here, these are metric. 10 is the size for these, just a heads up. So I was farting around with the standard one for a while, like it's close but not quite there, and I always forget that there's two sizes. There's the standards and the metrics, so just some feedback. For the XKGlow Cybertruck light bar, yeah, that's what you need to take that off to put these extra bolts on that they provided. So, okay, got the bolts off. These are the XKGlow. I don't know what these are, like another form of a bolt with two ends. Basically, just pop it on there and twist it on for the instruction. Forgive the dog in the background. It's my neighbor's dog. Yeah, you can use the same tool. Sorry, still use the metric 10. Just basically tighten it until it doesn't go anymore. All right, show you the next steps. Okay, the XKGlow, mounting this bracket onto the Cybertruck. There's some bolts. I'm so sorry that it's kind of hard to see. Hold on. Okay. There's a bolt right there. And then there's another bolt right over there. You got to use an Allen key. It's kind of hard. It's going to be like in the inside here. I'm going to have to tighten it from that angle. But what's cool about this that I respect on this design, to mount this bracket onto this light bar, you have these like brackets here, these silver ones. They slide in this track. And in order to get them in, they install from the centerpiece over there. See how it's a little bit wider? So they pop right in there, and then you slide them all the way down this track all the way here. And it's nice because it won't come out. And then basically these two holes will bolt onto there and lock the light bar in place. Now the bottom of this light bar has a rubberized like attachment to it, so it doesn't scratch. This is rubber, so it just rests right on top of the glass, and then it locks into these two brackets on each side. But that's essentially how you mount it up. It's actually a pretty easy install. It's already a 48 volt, so you don't need any special wiring. Okay, just pop the wire they had to the Cybertruck right here. I already did that part, kept out the boring steps. But all you do is use the black and the black and the red on the red. The green, there was no green on the XKGlow light bar, so it's fine. And I already tested it out before I'm starting to mount this in to make sure it turned on, and it does, which I'll show a video of that. But just wanted to show these steps. Okay, these bolts. This one's not too hard to put in, the one closest to the end here. But the one inside here, that guy, is super hard. So, just letting you know, these brackets are the ones that go inside this light bar, like I said earlier. So, I'm going to just demonstrate. I already put the bottom one in, so I'm going to put the top in. I want to make sure these grooves are like that. Like on this like little boat side, it's facing on the bottom. You want this like square bracket to be facing upward. So anyways, stick it right there. And now you could slide it all the way over. And then you can hook it up. So let's line it up and bolt it in, and there you go. Yeah, it's not so bad, honestly. It's pretty easy to install. Is just the only thing that takes the most time, honestly, is that bracket right in there. That guy, the second one. This one right here. Super hard. So just be prepared for that. There's no glue involved. Just kind of rest on there with the rubber, and screw those in there, and you're done. I'll obviously clean up the wiring, which I have not done yet, but I will. So I'm gonna show you some features and how this app works. So I'm gonna use my my son's phone, so I can show you my screen on my phone and see how all the functionalities, the features, the light settings through the app. I did not buy their XKGlow controller. they have like a controller that you could purchase to control the lights as well on the Lightbar or other products that they sell for the Cybertruck, like the undercarriage glow. They had some like lights that go around the Cybertruck, which is really interesting, like through the frunk and the sides. Really cool products they have that eventually I may purchase. Let's see how that goes, but yeah, stay tuned here. I'm gonna flip it around. So I turned off the lights in my garage so you can see the full effects in the night. So here's the app, XKGlow. So this little icon looks like it's like that's kind of what their controllers look in person, I think. If you press it, you can save the default mode after you set these up, right? So I'm gonna save it as default. Checked it. So I flipped it to amber. That's actually orange. Not sure how it's coming in the video. So I live in Illinois, and I found out red and blue cannot be driven around. Makes sense, police, right? Emergency vehicles. So amber, which is orange, and white, I should be able to drive. And that's what's cool about this light bar. I could leave this on and drive around and keep the actual light bar turned off, because that would be illegal, right? You'd be blinding people. So I personally waited for this light bar so I could make sure I could have these kind of settings to play with and actually get more use out of my light bar. This is red. You got pinks, blue. I am just moving this little scroller. Blue, like a turquoise. Sorry, it's cold. I should have wore a jacket. Green, I'm shivering. Sorry for the shaky video. Got yellows. There we go. So you got a color palette, pretty cool. Turn it off, turn it to like different settings. You could have it pulsing, and you could drive around like this. I don't know if that would be legal to drive around. Like if this was like white, for example, and just like drove around like this, I think that'd be very distracting. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I mean, maybe you could, depending where you live. But yeah, so, I mean, there's a ton of options here. I'm just pressing these preset and they change. And you can have it in different colors too. Pretty phenomenal. Sorry, like flipping back and forth. I just put it in white, make it a little bit easier. Like drive around like that, pretty cool. I like that one. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of settings here. You just press them. Now you can keep this app open while you're driving. So there's a little hamburger menu here. If you press that and you hit this light bar mode, holy crap. I mean, it's super bright. I'm sure this video is not gonna do it justice, but yeah, I mean, so you can literally, while you're driving, you just press this mode and it'll flip it. As long as you have your setting turned on in the Cybertruck, right? Come in here, you just have the power feed turned on, right? So there it is, you flip the switch, it's off. Switch it back on. All right, come back out here. Sorry. This takes a second. Now there's a startup mode, which is really cool. I'll show you that. So if you go into config here, you could do a startup animation. And you could, like, I said my theme here, but I mean, you could have it like when you turn it on, they'll just start doing these animations. Like you can have a police car, lights. I mean, that's blue and red going back and forth. It looks like a cop car, like a Cybertruck police vehicle, which is really cool. Definitely would probably get arrested for doing that. I don't know. Definitely get a ticket probably, but still nonetheless, pretty neat. So these are the like colorful presets that they have. And this is for the startup. So when you turn on the light bar, you could do this if you save it. And you can have it like set to repeat. See that? There's like different repeat options, like how many times you wanted to do it. Hopefully it's coming in the video. Yeah, it's like a set to 3. Could go to 2, to 1. I mean, I did a Chicago Bears one, as you could tell, I'm a Chicago Bears fan. So that goes orange and blue. I mean, there's a lot of, they got a Christmas one, which goes like different colors, right, for the holidays. Zigzag. Kind of looks like Bears colors again. I didn't even notice that. I could just kept at that one. Meteor. I mean, you can change these colors, by the way. You don't have to keep them. So you got the pattern, right? Keep in mind, this is the startup. So if you press this little pencil to edit it, it pulls up this little screen here. Very easy to use. You just move the color. So you got these different color boxes. You can select them. And you can change the colors to whatever you want. And it changes up there. See, I'm moving the wheel around. You don't see it on my screen here, but I move my finger to different colors and it's changing on there. So really neat. And you got all these patterns you could pick from, and you could just shoot whatever colors you want. I mean, this thing is just loaded with features. You can change the speed. So I could have it go like, turning it really slow. So this is as slow as it goes. And you can have it go super fast. You can also change the brightness. So if you don't want the brightness really bright, you can just tune that down. That's as low as it goes. Or you can crank it back up, full blast. So very, very cool. So got a default. I haven't played with this magic one. Okay, so this is it's listening to my voice. And as I'm talking, my Cybertruck Lightbar from XKGlow is adjusting based on my voice. So if you had music going on, this thing would be going crazy, you know, which would be really neat. And then you could change that too. You got all these settings. You could change the colors. You could change the bolt now. See, it's like doing different things. Whoa. Very, very cool. Well, there it is. The XKGlow mount. It's actually very nice. Drove in pretty high speeds. Didn't hear it doing anything. Not a very windy day today though, so we'll have to see how that goes, but it's phenomenal. It's a very nice light bar. So highly recommend it. Check out the link. I'm not sponsored by these guys. I bought this with my own money. So this is just my personal experience. And just letting you guys know and want you to see it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Follow me on X. And all right, talk to you soon. Like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.
Look at this.
Oh my God, dude, that thing is so bright. Look at the light.